Hello everyone, this is Leimomi Keliikuli, Intuitive Soul Alignment Coach here. So if you're just listening on live, for all of you beautiful listeners in here, it is my pleasure to start this new Activate Your Highest Psychic Gifts. So if you just jump on and just say hello, just let me know that you're listening on. And I'm just so excited to get started. So if you feel like you are totally ready to get into soul and business alignment, we are totally ready, right? Okay, awesome. I have both of you guys on my live stream and also for this beautiful webinar. So yay, thank you, Christine, for letting me know that you can hear me. So I wanted to do this webinar, honestly, because it's been a phenomenal breakthrough for not just my business, but for my clients and for everybody that has, ever worked with me, or even now that you're very new to me. I want to present to you guys a whole new way of living. And I call it Soul Aligned Manifestation Lifestyle. So this webinar is actually going to help you to see a whole nother level of maybe what you have been missing in your life, and how to actually really use your soul's blueprints to manifest exactly whatever you desire, but also how can you activate your highest psychic gifts. So I wanted to actually just start off by introducing this new way of living, right? So I want to welcome you to my webinar, and really help you to see what is that new level that you need to step into. So are you really ready to make an impact and shift your realities? A lot of what I'll be talking about in this webinar has helped my clients, my audience, and those whoever came in contact with me to shift their life and business very quickly. And this is my expertise, is I help shift people from chaos, overwhelmed to brilliance. So today I want to share these new secrets of really how to monetize your divine gifts instantly. And then I'll talk about the 3 steps to activate your highest psychic gifts and how you can really skyrocket your business revenue in epic time. So learn how you can use your soul aligning manifesting blueprints, and then to actually use that as kind of like your roadmap, or I call it your blueprint, to manifest whatever you desire, and the real truths of what it takes to get into a very soul and business alignment and manifest with ease and flow. So what it takes for you to actually start using your energetic signature, your power soul words, to lead your divine soul tribe, right? So in today's webinar, I will be mostly talking about the energetics in your business and how to apply that in the principles in your business and your life. So this is my expertise. I specifically help people look into the energies of what their life and business is. And I use this Akashic Records as my tool to help connect with your higher self, your spirit guides, your galactic council. And I basically help my tribe, being initiated to becoming source, and help them really step into their soul-driven leadership for being of service for humanity, right? So when I look at your business, I basically look at you as a whole person. I see you very clearly, what's missing, what's needed, what is your very unique energy, and what makes you stand out. And I see everything about you, and I help you to bring all of those pieces of yourself together and really start to be totally authentically yourself in your life and business. My niche is I love working with very soul-driven industry leaders who just are already in business, and they just need the help to take those missing pieces of what they know that their soul is, and help them to own their unique divine gifts and create a business model that is totally aligned to their soul. And I help to up level and manifest whatever you desire in your life and business, not just own your business, and try to clear any of those soul level blocks that actually will help you to leverage and create more time freedom. So about 10 months ago, I launched my first webinar, and I had this one idea that basically if you can get in alignment with your soul's gifts, you probably could create success. I just had this one idea that that's totally possible. So over the past, since January, honestly, I looked at all the different ways that people could take what they're at soul level and use that in their life and business to create a life that they desire of divine abundance. So throughout this webinar, I'm very aware that you may not like what I say, but it's just going to help you to move this uncomfortable feeling inside, because I'm helping to move your consciousness. So just try to listen with the open heart, and I'll do the same. And I found really the biggest secret of the key to success is knowing how to apply this energetics in your life and business. And that divine alignment, just everything will start flowing. This is basically like how you can really impact and lead your tribe if you really understand how the energetics all work. So please, try to stay with me to the end, because in the end, I will share 2 big keys that will allow you to skyrocket your business this year, especially since we're ending. And you will be able to ask me questions at any time. So I just love doing these webinars because it allows me to share all of these experiments that I do. And you'll find that everything that I share with you might burst your bubble. So just kind of listen with open ears. I'm basically going to give away a free scholarship for those that are here on the webinar. And this program, Activate Your Highest Psychic Gifts in 30 Days group program, is valued at $555, and it's coming up in November 1st. And so if you stay to the end, you can have the chance to win this. So in this webinar, I'm going to give you a chance to do I'm going to do Akashic Records group healing session with all of you live now. But also I will announce the winner in the end, who will get a scholarship to take my new program, Activate Your Highest Gifts in 30 days. So what I want you to do right now, if you are listening live, push the word win. Type in the word win with your first name. So then my OBM Christine can put you all in a raffle. And at the end, I will announce basically who will win this chance. So, and also if you stay in the webinar, this will give you a chance to buy my 30-day program, where I'll basically, in this webinar, be guiding you and sharing you how you can use that to manifest whatever you desire using your divine soul blueprints. Okay, so so let me just start from the beginning again. Let me introduce myself. I'm Leimomi Keliikuli. I'm a native Hawaiian intuitive soul alignment coach, an advanced certified soul realignment Akashic Records reader, a master Feng Shui energy shifter, a Wushu Reiki master teacher, and a Dreamtime healer. And basically, I'm the bridge for humanity and the Galactic Council. And I'm a gifted empath, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, claircognizant. So I pretty much can read every level of your business and life. And my passion is to helping influencers to be leaders in their industry and impacting millions, right? So as an intuitive soul alignment coach, I help conscious entrepreneurs utilize their unique energetic signature. I'm talking about your unique divine soul blueprints. And I really just love helping multiple 6-7 figure driven influencers to up level with ease in epic time by actually clearing those invisible soul level blocks to success records. And I actually help initiate to help them to reconnect to source and show them how to have it all and more fame and fortune, impacting millions while staying in alignment to your soul's design. So that's just my official introduction, right? If it's the first time you're, meeting me, I'm simply just a regular spirit having a human experience, nothing special, because to me, special means nothing. It's about believing in yourself and really just going for what you want in your life. So before I was 21 years old, I suffered from PTSD, which anybody knows what that is. It's post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, anxiety, suicide, anorexia, you name it, on the inside. But on the outside, I look fine. I strive to be academically my best and to be the first person to go to college in my family, got scholarships to fund my whole college experience. I graduated with bachelor's degrees in psychology for 3 years, and through my pursuit to heal myself, I joined this spiritual group and became a master energy yoga teacher, a psychic monk at 21 years old. So imagine what you were doing at 21 years old. I was determined to make a difference in the world, and I did. So for 10 years after, I was like a Mother Teresa, like literally like a Mother Teresa CEO, being of service to others, making an impact and making millions in that spiritual group. And what I did was I activated, managed, teach, I healed, did yoga, energy healing, Qigong, metaphysical healing storefronts, all throughout the US. And I would take a center that was basically minus or less than 5K a month to 53K months, and making that consistently, at least like 35K months. And I worked 7 days a week, no vacations, gave thousands of free readings. Probably by now I've done 1 million, I don't really know. And all of this was for me that I wanted to save the world. But I can tell you from experience, it's not about saving the world, right? I basically like live a life as a monk, but like a modernized monk. And I led thousands of people in this spiritual group. And I simply started very small, and I built many of the systems and practices of that spiritual group today. And it's hard to believe, but I'm an introvert, and I made an impact, even though that I felt like it was energetically very difficult for me. So whatever I was like meant to do, I just led my movement. And I know what's it like to go from like invisible to visible, and then get very scared all the time, because I always had to go against the norm. But then I met my husband, and then, like, you know how that works, right? Everything changed. My spiritual teacher didn't like that. And basically I left everything behind, my status, my title, and I never looked back. We moved from Sedona, Arizona, to the Big Island of Hawaii with nothing in our pockets, just our suitcases, literally. And I wanted to have a conscious water lotus birth at my home. And then we had my beautiful son, who's now 3.5. And we just wanted to try to live simply, take long walks, be one with nature, live off the land. I really consciously create relationships and community. And we've done that in the Big Island. And now we're here in Maui. We just moved about a week ago. And I'm helping to build the new city of light in Maui. That's my new mission. So now I have basically put all my gifts together, and I help online conscious entrepreneurs to up-level and step into their leadership. So up until then, like, I really thought saving the world and serving was my purpose, but then I realized that that's just totally an illusion. Just like pursuing money and fame, or being some kind of expert, or, you know, people gotta like follow you because you're a special healer or special teacher with something superpowers. It's all really an illusion. It's really not real. And I know that you are different. You want to live a very heart-centered, conscious life, being your full potential, no more hiding, but really just consciously creating and leading. So when I say to attract your soulmate clients, I'm really saying to be truly authentic and self-express what you deeply care about, because your kind of perspective is totally unique. No one is exactly like you. And the key to really making making an impact and attracting your soulmate clients, you know, is about soul self-expression. I can't say it enough. Like, if you're not expressing your soul's expressions, you're really not living. I mean, really, from deep within your soul, you have a message inside that just needs to be heard, you know, because those meanings within that you want to express from your soul is actually in the embodiment of God, of source, right? So I've pretty much done everything, you know, in terms of like giving free or paid readings by now. And I basically have seen everyone's divine soul blueprints, and I have yet to find any divine soul blueprint that is exactly the same. We are all like snowflakes. Everybody's completely and utterly unique. So this is why it's so important to know your own soul's blueprint, because we can apply any kind of spiritual law or principles, but of course what really applies to you is your unique blueprint. So you see, our purpose is just to live, to be, to embody our divinity with our divine gifts, and let our human body experience, despite all of these limitations that we feel. There's really nothing else to pursue but just to live and be yourself. But what's happening, I'm seeing in the world, is everyone's not in soul alignment. And what I mean by soul alignment is not aligned to the way your soul is designed. So what I did, basically, I decided to experiment on this, experiment on how could I create a new reality that was truly peaceful, that created divine soul aligned abundance. And I did that by actually using your divine soul, my own divine soul blueprints, and then teaching how to do that. So the key to really having the most abundant life is honestly to be an entrepreneur and leading your industry and create the life that you've been wanting of your dreams, because the freedom actually also comes with your responsibility, right? When you're up-leveling your business, your ego won't like it. It will want to be the same, and you want to create all of those life experiences, not just by making decisions, but actually taking action. There's really a difference, and every time you take an action, there's a choice and there's consequences, right? So as you know, we are all energy. Everything is made of some form of energy, not just matter. And because we are energy, our business is also our living expression of our being. So our business is basically us. It's dependent on us. It's like our spiritual vehicle to embodying our unique divinity, right? And we are actually this energetic exchange of this embodiment of energy. So in order to create a successful business and lead your community, you must become aligned to your divine gifts and bring those energetic qualities into your business, right? So with that said, our financial abundance will come when we act as vessels of energetic exchange of our value. So if you want to create more money in your business, you must work on taking those strategic, I'm saying divine soul aligned actions. And ultimately, that's going to create the money, the transformation of what you're offering, right? So that means you need to move the energy around you. You need to align to your 10-dimensional aspects of your soul, clear any of those dissonance of any of your dimensional, what I call your soul blueprints, right? And then lining them all up to be directly connected to source. But usually our divine soul blueprints have been corrupted by any of our past life choices. And those choices actually continues in this lifetime, right? So we end up living our past life instead of living our present life. And if any of your blueprints is misaligned, then you end up like experiencing just stress and not being able to fully live in the moment, like you're living in the noise. So to live in alignment with your soul's gifts, you need to actually clear out any of these distortions in your fifth, your fourth, and your third dimensional aspects. And that's the part of your old being, and that's what I'm talking about, clearing the noise in your Akashic records. So what usually happens is, we can also become very successful and maybe make a lot of money and maybe have abundant relationships or fame, but then suddenly you get super sick and you can't sleep at night, and then you have anxiety and panic attacks or these weird issues that just start showing up or popping up and you don't know why. And the reason is because your fifth, your fourth, and your third dimensional divine soul blueprints have been distorted, so they're not lined up, and you can't receive the cascade of source energy directly into your being. Instead, it's creating this noise in your mental, your emotional, and your physical body, and then you get sick. This is why you get sick, whether it's emotional, mental, or physical levels. So it's because when we grow our levels of abundance, whatever is in our highest good of our divine soul blueprints, it would either go in the best way, or it's going to blow up in your face, in your body, in your mind level, right? And that's basically what I had experienced myself after I left the group. And this is actually what led me to start reading about the Akashic records. And I was able to clear all of those misalignments in my divine soul blueprints. And then now that it's all cleared, I'm able to expand myself into my higher dimensional aspects, and I'm not binded by any of those negative, heavy energies in my mental, emotional, and my physical body. And I also did this with my husband and my son. And so now we can live a more abundant life. We can live on purpose. We're not living in our past, we're living in the present, right? So what happens is our 7-dimensional aspects of, sometimes when we're being famous or being in relationships with a lot of people and then it expands way too much and you've got all of that baggage there, then what happens is we end up feeling tired, deflated, even though we may experience this influx of like fame and fortune impacting millions, but actually with all of that distortions in your blueprints, you end up experiencing the opposite of that. And then that's why you're feeling this sickness inside. So as we develop our awareness more, we actually want to start moving our business from the 5th dimensional, which is where our ideas and our soul self-expression actually starts, and to our 4th dimensional, which is marketing that idea, doing sales calls, like, talking to people and everyone until they finally feel a real emotional charge and connection to you. And then you've got clients and customers showing up with your new offer, right? Then you need to bring that into the 3rd dimension aspect, which is, here in this 3D world in your body, and to where you can actually start to receive those ideal clients or customers giving you the money for the exchange of your value that you're offering. So most entrepreneurs only get to the 4th dimension aspects of lots of people like raving about their offer, but nobody really buying. And it's because you haven't really been able to ground and create those systems and methods that's going to help you to start monetizing your divine gifts. And it's your role as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, to do that. There's no one out there to do that for you. Only you know how to do that, because it's your business. It's the embodiment of your soul. So who else would know, right? So you have to understand that almost, one of the big things of when you are becoming more visible and you're getting more publicity, and then, your multidimensional levels of your consciousness is, happening to expand more, you will start to feel it. You especially feel this if you're very energetically sensitive to other people's energies, like people pulling at your energy, right? And it's okay, but if you have all of those distortions in your divine soul blueprints, you start to feel the negativity of it rather than the expansive part of yourself, right? So making an impact and leading, to me, really starts from, doing what you love doing and getting paid for that value, because you really should get paid for that value of whatever you're self-expressing, which means that at that 5th dimensional level, which is where the Akashic records are, right? You are shifting your realities to the reality of 4D, right? Where people start to feel that real emotional, mental thought forms around you and your business, right? And then that's why you start to feel scared, right? It feels scary to be visible because energetically you're shifting your realities to where your lifestyle and your business will need to be. Maybe it have been incongruent to what you're at soul level. So it's not actually completely authentic. And it's not in alignment with you, and you feel this vulnerability in your heart chakra, and then there's this discrepancy between your physical reality and what you're actually experiencing, right? So every time we up level or achieve our vision or get publicity, we are energetically actually pulling into a different consciousness at the 4th and the 5th dimensional level. We need to spend just as much time addressing our lack and also our abundance at the same time, because working on our systems and leveraging what works actually makes what's sustainable and consistent for you to receive that monetary rewards of your service, right? So we create more abundance energetically, and we become more brighter because we allow source energy to just flow through us and then penetrate into our 3rd dimensional level, which brings more money, right? It should. And you should be able to accept that transaction from others. And that energetically, you can feel it in your fields, right? This is why self-expression, making an impact, leading your movement is so important, because it allows your soul to experience deep awakening to one's truth within your human body's experience, right? So here is the real truths about, what it really takes to move your business into a higher level of being, right? And bringing it more into being on podcasts, magazines, guest blogs, or any kind of media opportunity. And you have to really building your soul factor. I call that your soul factor, which means your like and trust factor. And it's really stepping into that soul leadership role, right? That's what it's about. So we all have this soul factor, and it's the energy really of our soul that your soulmate clients are aligning to. they actually are experiencing these deeper levels of transformations because of the energy of your soul. And that is what's attracting them to you, right? And what you're doing is you're bringing that missing piece that soul really needs, right? And that's exactly what they energetically need. And that's what you're an expert at, right? So for example, I'm aware that many of you that are listening on here needs love and power and inspiration in your life, because that's my primary energy, is divine love and power. And so when you know what's your primary and your secondary type of energies of what you embody, if you didn't need that in some form, right, you wouldn't be listening here on my webinar, right? If you didn't need it right now, you wouldn't even be here, honestly, right? If you needed more truth and wisdom or creation, you'll be following somebody else's teaching, right? So our soul really is meant to be the soul factor. We hold and carry the vibration of what our soulmate clients need. And when you're aware of that, then you know that there's really no competition, because your soulmate clients are those who are, really 3 steps vibrationally below, or two steps vibrationally above you. So you can actually vibrationally help any of those levels of where you're at, right? But if you are going for someone who's already making 6 figures, or who's like way ahead of you, they don't know what vibrationally that's like. They can't even remember, honestly. So it's always important to be that embodiment, to make sure that you can see that, right? You can see the level that you're at. So I hope I'm not losing anybody here. This is the energetics of business. And then, so those that are actually watching on my live stream here, please jump on to my channel here and register, and we will start from beginning there. So what is your soul alignment and your divine soul alignment, right? There's actually really a key difference. What it means to really create a divine business, to me, is your divine business means that you're aligned to your unique energy of your divine soul blueprint. And really, you're being the highest self-expression of your divine gifts, which is your deeper connection to source. And you're just delivering that source energy to others and bringing this into your own self-expression, which is your own business, right? The more we self-express and we clear those soul level blocks in your divine soul blueprints, there's like a cascade of, like a waterfall of source energies just flowing through you. And then that's how you will be able to experience more of this vital force energy. That's why we have that expression, you are on fire, right? Because you have this like unlimited energy just like flowing through you, because you're being that embodiment, right? So the truth is, when you originally came from source, our soul is originally made of certain energetic qualities, like an energetic matrix, right? So think like a rainbow. Usually we have a primary or a secondary kind of energy. And this true divine soul alignment is really lining up to any of that specific energy that is actually of your 7th and 10th dimension aspect. And what you're doing is you're bringing that, what you're at soul level, into the 3rd dimensional part of your body, and you're actually applying that energy into your business, right? It is that what we want to line up to, not necessarily the gifts that we have acquired by being separated from source, right? Like our tools that we're doing. We really want to line up to that particular one energy, and that is what actually is going to bring in full abundance and flow. So this is why it's a bit harder to know unless you have some kind of reading in the Akashic records in your 5th or your 7th dimension aspect. And that's what I do, is I look into what your blueprints are. Because when you know what your main energy is, it's just going to make it so much easier to relate to people in your relationships, in your personal life, even in your business. Like, it's just the clarity to be able to say, like, yes, I am divine love, and I know that everything I do has to operate from divine love, and you're actually doing it on purpose. Then you're living the embodiment of what your soul is about. So what does that mean, right, to monetize your divine gifts? To me, it means to embody that very unique energy, that divine energy, and bring it into your business offers, which is that kind of energetic exchange, right, of that value that you're giving. And then money becomes a transaction at that 3rd dimensional level for you. So, let me help you guys to experience this. by me doing and holding sacred space for you. And I'm going to do and open up your Akashic records if you give me permission to do so. And I'm going to hold the sacred space so that you can really tap into your unique energy. And I want you to actually experience this divine energy coming into you. So then you can receive the messages or that information that you need to know right now. That's going to help you to embody this, what your divine gift is. So with your permission, I'm going to, open up the Akashic records now. So all of those in the webinar and all of those are listening into the replay and all the dimensional levels at any time and space for you to receive this very unique vibration of your divine soul alignment. And all I want you to do is just, tap into it. This whole time while I'm talking, just tap into it. You can do it. All you need actually with the Akashic records, anybody can do this, is go straight into the heart and feel into this new information. The Akashic records, honestly, is just like a library of information. It just stores information of your soul. It stores information of everything that exists. So if you want to know particular information, you got to be very, very specific. So in this case, I'm tapping into you guys, your energetic signature. I'm going to hold the space so that you can actually receive it. And let that come into the top of your head, hold into your heart space, and help you to be this in your body, right? Let this come through your whole body and feel that deeper connection back to source. And any kind of anxieties or, residue or fears, just like let it go, let it out of the bottom of your feet. Bring it back into Mother Earth, because Mother Earth can discharge it. And just from your heart, right, this connection, the Akashic records, I want you to feel the words that I'm talking about right now. And I'm going to help you to just get in touch with this energy, and whatever you feel, just acknowledge it, let it go, let it just pass through. Okay. So here we go. Let's talk about the 3 steps to really activate your highest psychic gifts and how it can actually really start skyrocketing you and your business revenue in epic time. And I'm going to show you really how your manifesting blueprints, your soul line manifesting blueprints, will actually help you to manifest whatever you desire. So what it takes to use your energetic signature, which I call it your soul power words, and how you can take that and start to captivate your divine soul tribe to you, because I will also share with you the 5 common mistakes that highly conscious entrepreneurs really struggle with that actually stops them from up-leveling and receiving and creating this divine business and leading their soul tribe. So here it is, the three steps, okay? If you have a piece of paper, write this down. Everything that I'm sharing, probably you won't get it until after you listen to the replay several times. You'll be like, oh my God, this is what this lady's talking about. This is consciousness that I'm talking about. So the first step to activate your highest psychic gifts really is you need to create your soul factor. Remember I mentioned that, right? Your like and trust factor. That like and trust factor, what I'm talking about is so people understand that this is why I come to this person. This is why I come to get help, because I'm lacking power. I'm lacking love. I'm lacking truth or wisdom or order or creation. When you honestly know what your soul factor is, it will be so easy. People will just call you out, honestly. They will start to know, okay, this is what she stands for, this is who she is, this is what your movement is about, right? You have to create that soul factor and really actually shift your consciousness from, into this spiritual soul alignment leader. This is not just mindset, right? In your mental, you're not just thinking about, but you actually start to embody this. So you move your consciousness into this leadership, that you are a business owner, not an entrepreneur, but just really a business owner. You've made it, you've done it, you know what your expertise is, and you're just leading your movement, right? So here's the truth. What is actually maybe blocking you right now is, you're not being able to up level to get more of that publicity or that deeper level of consciousness, because you haven't been able to build your spiritual power. This is not mindset. This is your level of actually self-mastery, of living in this 3rd dimensional reality, right? And the first level that you need to do is shift that consciousness from this mindset of you are this observer or like an employee, right? Or like an entrepreneur. But really you are a spiritual, powerful business owner and a leader in what you believe in. You're passionate about leading it in a very soulful way. To me, that is when you have grown and you have become an adult, honestly. When we have this mentality that I'm an employee or an observer, we kind of live in the background. We don't actually actively engage and create, right? But if you are really in this embodiment, I am a spiritual being and I'm a business owner, I'm a leader, you start to see that this new idea and your whole reality will start shifting with you, right? If you just think of yourself as just only an entrepreneur, you just will have this idea of yourself that you just need to work hard and you tend to go up and down with your emotions and you experience this like feast and famine effect. And so you go like good months and bad months and just up and down, right? And you treat your business basically kind of like a hobby. That is not real business, divine business. If you are a business owner and you're a leader, you have this mindset that I've already made it. I make more than 10K per month consistently. I own it. I step into it because this is what I am here for. I'm here to make a bigger impact. I have no ego about it. I'm really here to step into that leadership and really make my whole life in business be the embodiment of my soul. So the key is you need to quickly shift your mindset to the mode that I am my own inner authority. And then no matter what, I will self-express my gifts. I really stay true to my message, right? And actually be so good at talking about spirituality. Like me, I just talk about what I'm passionate about, which is spiritual stuff, right? And I don't hide it. I don't want you to hide your psychic gifts. I know if you're on this webinar, you probably have been hiding. You probably have not been able to truly step into your leadership because you haven't stepped into your true spiritual power. Spiritual power people, they just am, right? If you're a guru, people are looking up to you, right? Or you're a teacher, like spiritual teacher, people look up to you. Why? Because you hold your spiritual space and your power. And you don't really care about what other people think about you. Like, honestly, I'm very unapologetic. I have this unapologetic mindset that I just want to make an impact and I'm just going to speak my truth, right? And so this is actually how you can totally start to get on more media opportunities, be known in your industry of a very soul and business alignment that's aligned to your soul. And this is why I've actually also been successful in anything I did, because I never asked permission from anybody. I honestly just declared myself as a master spiritual teacher, a healer, a leader, and I just talked straight to the heart and soul of my people. I don't care. I want you to be totally in that realm where you just self-express and you just actually just figure it out as you go, because your soul is evolving right now. But if you stop yourself from being truly like stepping into as a spiritual leader, right? A true spiritual leader is always a student, which is always learning, always a teacher, which you humbly just listen to your tribe and act for the common good of all, right? And it's true, when you're going through this new healing phase and you're like, I don't know, like I know my soul is meant for so much more. In that beginning, it's very shocking, right? So this is why it's so important to have somebody that's the vibrational ahead of you to help you to be initiated, to step into that soul alignment, that leadership that you've been wanting to do, right? And it's very shocking. I just went through this new initiation, and what you're doing is you're really actually waking up your inner guru. And it's not something you do in your head. It's actually you literally experience it within your body. So I want you to start doing it, right, in a way that allows your soul's energy to start to come into fruition, right? And that is actually what your embodiment is what your people are looking for. So if your business is your divine self-expression, then why would you need to follow anybody else's ideas, right? You have to run your business and your movement. I know it's a very silly question, but this is what people are doing, and this is why you probably stop. It's because you haven't had that pure mindset that I'm just going to speak my truth and I'm just going to express from my true soul's expression. There is no more this somebody is going to like tell me what to do. Not even your higher self, not your business coach, not even your spirit guides or your angels. Like, you seriously are just using them as a way to deeply connect with your soul. But it's not them that's creating it. It's you. You're the creator of it. You're creating your life. You need to first embody and take that responsibility of what you actually wish to create, and do it quickly. And coming from the space that I'm a creator, because we're co-creating, sort of, but actually we're really creating a true lifestyle that's coming from deep within our soul. Because the truth is, we live in a very limited reality in our third dimension aspect. This is why we came here. We wanted to experience it. We wanted to be masters of this. So that was really my breakthrough. I realized that as an entrepreneur, our business is just this big experiment. And because you're moving heaven onto earth, and you are the embodiment of heaven and earth, right? And so we need to bring out our humanity. We need to bring out that hope again. We need to fail 1,000 times and succeed 1,000 times, and then shift ourselves into that real reality that we want to. Because that pain of failing is just part of that process. But if you can push yourself to that point of breaking point, right, you should be able to get over it, right? But most people spend their whole life just in the pain because they haven't even focused on the real breakthrough. So now that we are, in this time of the webinar, I have actually these two options for you if you really want to learn more about your soul-aligned manifestation and activating your highest psychic gifts. So you probably have already seen it below the screen here. And you'll see the link of what your soul's gifts and your blueprints are. You're going to see a link that says, you can come into my 14-day program. And so this program really is taking the most expansive part of yourself. So if you've taken my 14-day challenge, which is the Soul Aligned Manifestation program challenge, that program honestly is just the foundation of this program that I'm launching now. This is the next level. And the difference is, you're going to take this soul aligned manifestation method that I've created and use that in your daily life, but in accordance to your highest psychic gifts. So what I found is, when I access the higher Akashic records, not just the regular Akashic records, but the higher Akashic records, I can get very precise information of what your soul's most expanded psychic gifts are. And so when I access that information, I have actually found a way to create this expand your psychic gifts archetype. And I found that every type of soul has their own unique way of how they can make an impact, basically, and how they can take those psychic gifts and apply it in their life, in their business, so that they can create unlimited wealth and abundance. So right now, you can actually get this chance to get into this new program. This is actually the lowest that it will ever be, because honestly, it's going to become my signature programs. So this is a very, very low price at $555, which this is the stuff that I normally teach my high-end 10K private clients. And this will be starting on November 1st, which is actually in about a week. And you can actually also choose 3 payments for $222 per month, or the VIP option of $2222, so $2,222, or 3 payments of $777. Otherwise, after this webinar on October 29th, it will go up to $666, so $666, or $2333 for those that are doing the VIP option. So if this is you, okay, this program is for you. If you know that you already have psychic gifts, you know that you have been using it, you've been working on them, but you want to finally fine tune your abilities to go even further, and you want to be able to ground it through your own unique soul line actions in your business, and you have already created momentum in your business, and you just you're finding yourself expanding so fast, and you feel like it's time for you to just explode to your highest potential, and you know that your business needs to expand, and you want to make an impact with more people by actually becoming a leader in your industry, and you know that you can manifest amazing stuff, but it hasn't really been consistent, and you feel in your heart that if you could just know how to activate your highest psychic gifts, you'll actually be able to really easily create this divine wealth abundance you deserve and more. Like, you really feel like you're creating so much levels of abundance, and you feel in your soul that there's something missing, and you want to take it to that next level, but you don't know what it is. And I can tell you that it is that you're missing your personal manifesting blueprints and your highest psychic gifts. So this is actually the foundational roadmap on how you can up-level your 10 life areas, gain more visibility as being a leader, through getting on big media opportunities like Huffington Post or podcasts or guest blogs. And so you have actually the ability, you feel like you have that ability, you have that game plan, and you're working on it, but you feel like in your heart that you want to impact more, you want to impact millions, and you just want to once and for all, like, be able to hone into your highest psychic gifts and really become an intuitive superstar. And so this is why you may not have been stepping up completely, is because you haven't been able to be in complete soul and business alignment without your manifesting blueprints and your highest psychic gifts. It's really difficult to do that. So I finally figured this all out. It took me, this past year to really find out what are everyone's unique divine soul blueprints and their soul aligned manifestation. So now I'm ready to share this with the world, and this new level, which is taking your psychic gifts. And I've created this soul aligned manifestation method and activate your highest psychic gifts system. And this method and system is actually what's going to help you to make consistent 5-figure months. And this is something that I have done over just the past 2 months and making consistent 5 figures. And I know that you can experience the same thing. So what I've actually manifested is my dream home. We've just moved to Maui. We moved my whole family to Maui here. We manifested whatever we desired in 2 days. That's how fast that when you get into soul aligned manifestation, that it can happen. You operate every 2 days, and you can see manifestations happening one after another. I've also been able to have more than 30 joint venture partnerships, be in guest blog opportunities like Huffington Post, Thrive Global, Lady Boss Blogger, Charisma magazines. I've had unique opportunities to meet celebrities and entrepreneurs out there like Jen Scalia, Selena Sue, Kim Luna, Tepsi, and Zach Spuckler. So all of this kind of stuff I was able to do by aligning to my unique soul's blueprints, but also using my highest psychic gifts. And I was able to get on, podcasts, like over 10 podcasts of Heart and Soul Hustle with Zach Spuckler, Clarity Confessions with Kaylin Asher, Sleep Like a Boss podcast, and Entrepreneur on Fire with John Lee Dumas. So all of those amazing opportunities all happened because I just aligned to my highest psychic gifts and using the soul aligned manifestation blueprints. So miracles really start happening when you start aligning to your unique blueprint, and you'll see it consistently happening. So this 30-day program, you'll have complete weekly modules and meditations and daily prompts. You'll have live clearing and activations, along with I'll be streaming the higher frequencies here from the Maui grids, and because I'm activating the City of Light here. So all of this is all designed. This program is designed on how your blueprints and your activations can actually help you to receive wealth and expansion of abundance in record time. So my goal is to teach you how to do this yourself, right? Because I want to take you from where you're at now to where you want to be, and be in this most expansive part of yourself. So how is this really different from any of activations or manifestations programs you ever seen out there? We're not guessing. We're literally taking what your blueprint is, and we are developing your psychic gifts in a way that's authentically your design. And it's not about, it's not like something you're gonna learn. It's something that you would just experience by actually experimenting yourself. And I want you to have that confidence that you can duplicate these results by activating your highest psychic gifts in your life and business, just like that. It's so easy because it's aligned to you. So this is not for you if you just want to learn. This is for you if you really want to take those actions, take the time to experiment, test yourself, align, and expand. And we actually start in November 1st. And this is going to be a very intimate group of besties that I'm just holding that sacred space for a small amount of people because it's so crucial that you feel that support. And this is going to help you to get in complete alignment of your unique energetic signature, your manifesting blueprints, leaving you with the complete roadmap to success. And you'll start to discover what your soul specializes in, which will actually bring you unlimited wealth. And this amazing feeling of just feeling your own personal soul-aligned manifestation archetype and your highest psychic gifts archetype. I'll give that to you, which will help you to develop the most expansive part of your psychic gifts. And basically, you're going to tap into that highest psychic gift so that you can have infinite abundance and really start to stand out in your industry. And if you want to do the VIP, the difference is that the VIP, you will get a personal clearing of your invisible blocks of success, which is the level 1 and 2 clearing, which is your fourth dimensional blocks, the spiritual mindset blocks, which is deeply karmic. And that's going to clear any fame and fortune, intimate relationships, visibility problems that you may be experiencing right now. And if you were a previous client, you will get like a relationship clearing of your choice. You also get a special video recording of some grid work that I'm going to do just specifically for the VIP people to up level to their highest psychic gift. And also, I will give you a spirit guide profile reading, and I'll record for you your unique way that you can speak directly to your spirit guides, your inner circle spirit guides. So I'm only taking 5 people for this VIP option just because it's so intimate and takes a lot of my time to actually do the clearing, and also to make these videos specifically for those that really, really want to grow fast. And there is a difference, I can tell you, between you just taking the regular course and you take VIP. The people that took the VIP in my 14-day Soul Aligned Manifestation Challenge, I could see a complete different expansive manifestation that they experienced when they got that clearing also at the same time and the extra help. So again, you get weekly modules, you'll have live group Q&A calls with me, you'll get weekly group clearing and activation calls aligned to your psychic gifts, you'll get your personal soul aligned manifestation blueprints, which I'll make a PDF and a recording for you. You'll also have live grid work recordings that I'm going to do to show you exactly how I'm doing grid work on Maui and to help you to activate your psychic gifts using those vortex places. You'll receive tools to uplevel your mindset and how to utilize your divine soul blueprints, your energetic signature, your polarity, spiritual law, business strategy, leverage, automation, alignment to your own divine gifts and your manifesting blueprints. And this is the secret for up-leveling is doing this Akashic Records clearing work, me doing that in the background, but also activating your high psychic gifts at the same time. So if you really would like to do this, please go click on that button and, I can get started on your soul's blueprints. It takes me a bit before I can actually go into your records and, make the recording and all of that. But we're going to start on November 1st, which is in a week. So all of the program and stuff will be in my membership site. All the videos, the modules, stuff like that you need will be there. And so this is a good chance, honestly, to really live your most expansive part of your higher psychic gifts. Because honestly, even though you're psychic and you're using those gifts, right? But if you're not using it for the purpose of that alignment to your soul's blueprints, it's not going to allow you to have abundance in your life. I've seen a difference when I was just only using my psychic abilities for, just helping other people. now I can actually take that and actually apply that in my life and my business and help my clients to know how to use what they are really, really their expertise as. That's a huge difference. It's like, this is how you start to manifest, is because you know what your blueprints are. So here's the second step, okay, for aligning to your divine soul blueprints, but also to help you to activate your highest psychic gifts, okay? So the second step is you want to move energy through your highest psychic gifts. So one of the reasons that actually I got so many media opportunities in a very short time was because I moved energy using my highest psychic gifts around me every single day. And I focused on my unique soul line manifestation, which whatever I desired, and I did it every 2 days. And I didn't try to think my way through things. I always had the thought of how I can impact more and expand my reach and align to my gift of love and healing and connection. That's my particular gift. So when you know your particular energy like that and you start doing that, you will see that that expansive part of your gifts will start to just work. Like people, places, things, they will just start to manifest. Right about the fourth day, you will start to see that the things that are in alignment to you, like that you've been waiting for, that's like been on the back burner for a long time, people who needed to pay you or things like that, they just start, like money and media opportunities, everything just starts to come back to you because you're aligned to your unique energy. So whether you're, posting in other Facebook groups and, you want to be the most expansive part of yourself. So when I started to actually work from that higher state of being, posting other Facebook groups, I hosted free 5-day challenges, doing video live streams, my live stream show daily, joining other people's paid programs, pitching to other media, whatever I wish to be featured on, talking and inspiring my tribe or my biz besties, arranging my schedule to be more in tune to my own unique manifesting blueprints. And each of those soul line actions, those specific things of my soul, started to impact the other parts of my life and also my clients, right? It's just like a ripple effect. So I always thought, what I always did was always thought, what is my blueprint and how can I impact more people? So for example, this is what your higher psychic gift would look like. This is when I went into my own unique Akashic records. That's the higher records. And I was actually doing this during my webinar, writing out my script here and just like connecting with my higher psychic gifts. And I was able to pinpoint exactly 5 different ways that my soul expresses itself, which is number 1, creating sacred space and activating the grids of the earth. And right now, that's why I'm doing that for Maui, establishing the city of light in Maui. When I added this piece, I started to create healing and love and connecting communities all around me. When I started holding that 14-day soul line manifestation challenge, and then now I'm going to do this other 30-day program with you guys who wants to jump into this. And I started teaching people how to use this divine soul blueprints and manifesting whatever you desire, reading what their soul desires and translating that into creating revenue in their business and in their soul and business alignment. When I added that piece of my business, I made 10 times more revenue. It's like really, like literally 0 to 10 times. In that one program, just launching that was a 10K launch. And that wasn't with a lot of advertisement at all. Also, the other part of my bigger higher psychic gifts is I'm initiating the new soul line ambassadors and leaders of becoming source, and then making my ambassador program, which is going to come in January. And what I found is because my higher psychic gifts is I can take what people's star systems, the Galactic Council, and being that conduit for people's soul stars information, translate into their divine mission, impacting millions through one leader at a time. That started to create more and more levels of abundance. And also clearing soul level blocks for people in their Akashic records, right? And going into the higher psychic Akashic records, and having access to that is me helping people to actually align to their higher psychic gifts. So this is my most expansive part of me, right? Every soul has a very unique archetype like this that is your highest expanded psychic gifts. And so by doing all of those things, you'll make 10 times your revenue. You'll be more in connection to source and to your tribe. You actually create more abundance all around you. Okay. The step 3, right, of how you can start to really expand your consciousness and build the foundations to expand your spiritual power, being connected to source. And what you want to do is you want to just start small and just start to grow bigger. So when you really want to grow your psychic gifts, you're really just wanting to grow your consciousness, and you want to build the foundation to expand that spiritual power. And the only way you can do that is you need to be directly connected to source. So if you really want to start working from small to big, I would start, creating free challenges or meetup groups. If you want to do online or offline, make sure that you have all of that available so that people can come and meet you. So if you really want to grow from where you're at, which is very small, to very big, you have to build momentum. And the only way to do that is hosting, challenges or talks or live streams or making a podcast or things like that, where you can continuously share your value. And the more you do that, you're naturally find people come find you, and then your publicity gets more, and it just moves more organically, right? So when you're getting more publicity, you're actually, there's a difference between you being in that true soul alignment, if you're really just doing it, or you're actually in that frequency. And of course, it took effort to do all of these things that I'm talking about, right? But if you can be in your process or your outcome and be very specific that way, you'll really start to see a new outcome come along. So everything that you want to launch, it really needs to be aligned to you of what you are at soul level. And your process will be very different, right? Compared to me, my process is different to you. But your soul's spiritual power is also very unique. It's really, honestly, like an archetype. Is a blueprint of your soul. And your soul really likes to create in a certain way. Very different from other souls. So this is why you need to know what is your unique business model, which I call that your soul's marketing business archetype, because that fifth dimension aspect of your soul can be translated into a higher vision of how your psychic gifts is going to actually help certain people, and how getting access to that will honestly bring more people, whether it's online or offline, in your business. So there is really this gap right now you're probably experiencing between your spiritual part and your business part. And it really, you have to bring your human and your heavenly part together, because we are existing as heaven on earth. And if there is a discrepancy between the two parts of you in that way, you'll feel like a void, fraud, failure. You feel like those type of energies, because your spiritual and your business nature, or your grounded aspects, they're really two different energetic matrices. And so your body is expanded, and also if your spiritual part is expanded, but then your body is sick. Or you can have your body is healthy, but your spiritual part is not awakened. Right? We have to embody both parts, because we are the embodiment of heaven and earth. So again, by the way, if you didn't see yet, but when you registered for this webinar, you did get my Divine Business Gifts quiz. Make sure that you do that quiz. It's going to help you to know exactly what your energetic quality is that I'm talking about. I've done this by reading so many people's blueprints, and I made a quiz to help to pinpoint what your exact soul's blueprints might look like. So here it is. I wanted you to now start to get really in that alignment, but I want it to be where you can get in a much higher frequency. So if you are still here, I want you to actually start to feel into the soul of what you're meant to do. And Right now, there's a higher frequency coming through you. There's a message. Maybe you've already received your message. If you're feeling that right now, would you type inside of the chat box like what awakening you got just by listening to what I'm saying? But also, what was this higher expression of your being that you felt that you were lacking, that you may be struggling with? Because it's honestly, if you are not in that alignment, you're going to feel it's hard for you to express what your soul truly desires, right? So I wanted to actually show you guys the page. I'm sure like you guys already jumped on there. If you have any other questions, now is the time you can type in your questions for me, and I'll answer them at the end. But I wanted to show you guys the different levels of what it takes when you bring all of this all together. So here's the 5 mistakes that I see highly conscious entrepreneurs make when they're getting visible and they're trying to, step into their leadership. So one big thing is that I see that people are not creating sacred space and they're not clearing that physical clutter in their life, whether it's relationships, whether it's like, being more out there and known. We have to create space for this new transformation that you want to create in your life, right? You're maybe not even be utilizing your divine soul blueprints. You may be, marketing your powers, but you're like not in that full alignment. And so your soul is not being able to be heard because it's not your unique blueprint. Another thing I see is that you're not really bringing all of your gifts all together into a more high-end program package or some kind of system that allows you to fully like express what your soul is. And so what happens is like you created kind of a broken system or business model that's really not designed as what you need to be in your fifth dimensional aspect, which is your Akashic records, right? Like being in that full alignment. Another thing I see is that you're not clearing any of those soul level blocks, like I said, in your fifth and your third and your fourth dimensional aspects. So this actually stops you from creating the results that you desire for your launch. You may also be not in alignment to your manifesting blueprint, but honestly is like the key to getting out of chaotic situations. When you know what your manifesting blueprint, you start manifesting consistently. So how are you guys all feeling about that? About, how holding this sacred space and this energy, like, well, what was it that was coming through and breaking through in your body? And I wanted to talk about the last 2 things, which is the key to getting epic sales and how you can lead your movement and getting into this business that's really authentically your divine soul alignment. So one of the biggest things that you need to be aware of whenever you're doing any launch and stuff like that is that a lot of ego sabotage and these soul level blocks will come up in the middle of your launch. And so this is where you really need to be sure and careful of focusing on your vision, because otherwise, your relationships will sabotage it. Your old belief systems will start coming up, and then you end up like pushing away the actual money that needs to come through. Or you might have these cord attachments to certain people, and then that imprints and those karmic stuff is going to like blow up in your face in the middle of your launch, and then you end up with like no good revenue at that time. A second thing is you need to make sure that going in alignment with what your soul level and your manifesting blueprint, doing this, like what I've been talking about the whole webinar, is what's going to bring this new level of aligning to your highest psychic gifts and your archetype. It's going to help you to, make the sale of what you're sharing very easy. It's going to be very soulful. And because you're going to know what you are at soul level, so you're going to show up in a very organic, but also a very sincere way for your people. And so if you are in misalignment in your manifesting blueprints, it's going to sabotage your whole entire launch or whatever you're sharing, because it's going to be like 50% of the time people are actually going against their manifesting blueprint. And so they end up like not getting what they truly wanted, what they deserved, right? So I know like you guys are now like waiting for when I'm going to share with you this special scholarship. So Christine, if you could tell us, who is the one that's going to win this special scholarship. Let me just see the chat box. So who was it that won? Just need to refresh. Oh wow, like I miss everybody's everybody's comments. You guys are unbelievable. Awesome. Pedro saying, Leimomi, you're giving me chills. Okay, yeah. So who won? I know I had some other people that were on my live stream in the beginning. So hopefully it'll work out that she could count everybody. That was just like a totally something I just felt like doing. So Christine says the winner is Victoria Nightingale. Awesome. Yay, Victoria. Oh, I'm so happy for you. This is going to change your life. Like, this is what Victoria was been asking, I think. Like, this is perfect soul alignment right here. Yay. So Victoria, would you give me your email in the chat box? And then we will get you all started for the 30-day program. Wow. I mean, like that is really awesome. I'm so happy. Victoria says, oh my God, thank you. So everybody congratulate her. It's perfect alignment for her right now. And she totally needs it. Last thing I wanted to share with you is these amazing testimonials, just because I want to share with you what it actually looks like when you take what you're at soul level and the kind of manifestations that actually starts happening. So, and again, if you have any questions, go put in the chat box there. So I'm going to share a screen with you guys. Present everyone. Okay. Can everybody see my screen? You're probably seeing me on video right now. Okay. So here is what basically some of my clients have experienced, like phenomenal stuff in the 14-day challenge. And honestly, this 14-day work of getting into soul, using the soul line manifestation method, we used this method, and we took that and to their main divine gifts and their blueprints. And then these are the kind of stuff that happened within 4 days, like around 4 to 6 days. I found that if you take aligned actions that's aligned to your soul, this is what the kind of stuff happens. So this is Monique. She's an amazing biz coach, and she actually, when I met her, was very misaligned. She told me from the beginning, like she was in the most, oh my God, like the most depressed state ever in her business, in her life. And it was in July. And then we just did this challenge last month. Oh no, yeah, we just finished actually in October. And so in just 2 weeks, like she experienced this amazing effect. So she says in 2 weeks, this 2 weeks has been amazing. I'm seeing things manifest like crazy. Today was the biggest moment. Instead of feeling like an out-of-body experience, which sometimes you tend to experience this when you're manifesting, it felt like my body experience. I saw the big picture and the reason why and the influence of impact I have. I got a clearer message that my superpower is that I savor the absolute richness of life. And as a result, the brilliant impact I have on others is literally the real felt possibility to have experienced all of life riches. There were tears, and I feel like more myself than I have ever been. I am now just a world explorer, because part of her business, she decided to step into the travel, which is a huge part of her soul specialization. And I'm free in every sense of the word, which is why I love travel in the first place. So this is basically what she shared just a couple days after. I think it was like the 4th day or something like that. Like she was starting to experience the real manifestations. And let's see, I'll go back. So that was part of her thing there. Another part, then she explained exactly what happened after all 14 days. This is the kind of stuff she manifested. She received an invitation to write for LifeGrid magazine. Her first article in LifeGrid became the most popular post in the website, getting 800 views in 9 days. Her second article in LifeGrid got over 500 views in 3 days and is currently on trending articles. She was accepted to write for Thrive Global, which is, if anybody don't know what that is, it's very big because that's Ariana Huffington, the Huffington Post. That's her new platform. She was interviewed by International Living, and also, by the way, her clients and stuff, about 3 or 5 of them also got on Thrive Global. And she was asked to be a freelance writer for International Living. She got inspiration to create a new program, of what she called Family Mastermind, which has a lot to do with travel and teaching them how to live in alignment with and also traveling. She launched her first product, the Observer's Chronicles. She was a guest on Love is Love podcast, was accepted to be a guest on Stay Curious podcast. And also she guest blog for Travel for Your Life blog. And her article was shared nearly 100 times in a week. She was interviewed by Global Gallivanting. This website gets over 40,000 visitors a day. This is really aligned to her. Like everything she's saying right here, it's like makes perfect sense in why she manifested all of this in 14 days. She created her membership site, got her first 3 paying members. She wrote her first article in Elephant Journal. And by the way, that's a really, really big guest blog. Created the graphics for her new podcast and has 16 guests on her calendar to interview. She was hired by 2 high-end clients. She manifested $6,500, and she planned her biggest family vacation that she's ever taken, and it's going to Costa Rica for a week and Mexico City for a week. That is just amazing. She hired a nanny, a housekeeper. She has an editor to finish her book, and all of this stuff, right, in 14 days. And she's even had more since then. I cannot even imagine what else happened because it was really amazing stuff. Another one was Perpetual. She is a doctor in psychology. And so she had amazing stuff too. Both Monique and Perpetual, they took the VIP program. And she had her first premium client actually right after I talked with her for the free session where I was explaining to her what her blueprints were. And so by day 4, she was starting to manifest like all of these kind of stuff. So this is about around day 8. She had her first premium client. It was on 3 podcasts. She actually reestablished new networking with people in her industry. And honestly, it's a very difficult industry to be in the psychology and stuff. She made strides in her healing and her helping her existing clients. She actually had also lost weight, which you wouldn't think like that would happen, but honestly, that also happened. She was accepted to Thrive Global also. She had other internal, external shifts too, but essentially this all happened right about the 8th day, and she still has more, but she didn't. She wasn't able to share with me all of her testimonials, she said, but that's okay. But that's just like another one. I hope this is like cool, so you guys can hear like what actually happens when you're soul aligned manifestation. So for Nadia, she also for her 14-day challenge, for the 14-day challenge, she had external and internal manifestations. First one, she got her a part-time job, which is she's absolutely been wanting for a long time, to be a bookseller and a barista. She launched her membership site. She had her first members in her membership site, Empowered Goddess Temple. She's being called to actually speak about her abundance codes, which is the Magdalene lineage and healing temple code transmission with the Akashic record work that she's also doing too. She got with writing in her community of, actually there's a community where she's actually learning to write certain kind of words so that she can write her book in epic time. Her husband got reimbursed by $800 of this government fee that they needed. And her Facebook friends in the past actually noticed that she has been like really shifting quickly. So that was the external. Internal was she started to make a routine, a prayer, being connected to source, communicating, asking directly, and getting those soul line actions, which is really big, honestly. She was able to write and create and speak her truth and her message from her heart. Was able to be crystal clear clarity of all the journaling exercise and gain more confidence in herself and her manifesting blueprints. And she was able to have the strong conviction within herself to really step into her leadership. So really, like, internally and externally, all the things that was misaligning, they all kind of just like flew away for her too. Other kind of manifestations, like Candace, she actually got on a board as a board member of the Love Foundation. She got her first podcast interview ever, created a meetup group that had 64 members, and I think she said it's like by 80 people, 80 members by now. And made for her first event. She participated in actually this local fair, which just is amazing because I know about Bank of Hawaii too. It's a very big thing. She started to actually express her business and spiritual part on her Facebook page, and a lot of people shared of how moving her message was. She started writing her daily blog. All of the things that was like not over, that she couldn't express and that she was hiding in herself, like started to happen. And she actually like let go of 3 businesses that was just not aligned to her at all, which is incredible because she got the clarity from reaching rock bottom, actually, honestly. And then from there, she's now able to make services and things that are aligned to her, because now that she knows what her blueprints are, because she was really not in soul alignment. So she's starting a new kind of business for herself. And Dee also got clarity. She's writing her book. Amazing. Writing her book in like, I think like December, she's going to launch the thing. This is amazing clarity just in general of what her soul is. These kind of things are really priceless, honestly. I don't know how else to explain like how amazing it is for people to just have that clarity of what their soul is, and then take that and actually manifest like amazing stuff all at once. And all of these things just organically happen. It was just like after a couple of days of doing this, it just started happening. So I want you to really be open to this new way of being, because it's really a soul aligned manifestation lifestyle. Like every part of your life, you just take action that's aligned to who you are. And you will notice that people will just start to come and start to help you too. Your community, your tribe will just start showing up. And it's because you are aligning to the bigger part of who you are. And it's the same thing with this Activate Your Highest Psychic Gifts program. We're actually taking that part, what I just showed you, just the basic of your soul line manifestation method, taking that at another level and looking at how your unique highest psychic gifts archetype will actually start to manifest even more bigger manifestations. So that's how we're going to do for a 30-day program. The last one was just 14 days, but that's amazing that just happened in 14 days. So, all right. Did anybody else had any other questions? I think I'm just going to look here for a second. You guys had questions here. I hope I didn't miss you guys. I don't see any questions in particularly. You guys were just all commenting. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. Robin says, my stomach just had a hot feeling in it. Don't know what that was, but I am an introvert and cannot bring myself to do live videos or to be seen, although I need to be for my business purposes. Yeah, I think, Robin, you just like opened up your self-confidence. Usually your solar plexus has a lot to do with self-confidence. Fedra says, will you be offering your 14-day challenge again? Yes. In December 1st, I will. And if you really just want, that soul alignment piece, and like learning the method and taking that action in a very short period of time, that would be a good program to do if you want to. This program is the difference is the psychic gift one is we're going to take what you already are in your leadership and expand even more. So even though you're psychic, it doesn't mean that if you're not experiencing the abundance that I'm talking about, that means that you need to expand to your even bigger gifts. And when you're taking action towards that on top of the soul line manifestation method that I told you about, you will notice that the manifestations are faster. They're actually way faster than just only using your manifesting blueprint. The 14-day manifestation challenge was like just mainly about your manifesting blueprint, taking aligned action using your manifesting blueprint. But this one that I'm doing now for the next 30 days one, it's going to take that as a foundation, and then also aligning to the bigger part of what your divine mission is, and then allowing that part to come through. Because I found like when you operate from that most expansive part, and it's particularly the way your soul is designed, it's going to bring even more manifestations than just only your manifesting blueprint. So that's why I'm excited about this one because I tried this with myself, like what I just described to you, what my highest psychic gifts are, and I've been doing that, and more money and more abundance has been flowing directly to not just me, but all of my tribe, because it directly affects them. All right, so remember, click the link below. It has the sales page on there. And on the right side, you're going to see, the payment. You can have a payment plan for the VIP or for just the regular program, and it's just $555, or the VIP is $2222. And you can have that choice of those 3 payments or not. Okay. Awesome. So thank you for listening into my webinar. And I'm hoping that, again, I will do another webinar on these kind of topics. And every time when I experiment, this is why I make my webinar, honestly, just to share this new knowledge with you guys. So don't forget to go on my Facebook page, like it, join my Fame and Fortune, Soul Alignment Biz Owners Facebook groups, so you can have this sacred space of very like-minded, highly conscious entrepreneurs, spiritual seekers, and those that are really into soul-aligned leadership. And join my personal page. Join me on my personal page, like my live stream show, my Soul Aligned Manifestation Abundance live stream show, and also my YouTube channel. I'm going to be starting my Fame and Fortune live stream show on YouTube. So it's going to be two different channels, and I will be constantly giving these kind of tips like these. So, and then you can also check my website. My membership site is www.leimomi.com. That's my name. And beingalohi.com, you can look at the other services that I provide for my private and my group stuff is what I'm sharing with you right now. And on there also, if you didn't do the quiz, or if you want other people to do the quiz, they can just go straight on my website and opt into the front page, and that's where you can take my quiz. But so make sure you take that Divine Business quiz, because that's going to pinpoint what your gift is if you haven't already. So let's really make an impact, right? Become the leader that you're meant to, and to really talk from the heart. And because I really feel that if you're stepping in your potential that way, you will really, really, I can tell you honestly, create an amazing, amazing life of abundance. And I am ready to help you if you're ready. And I'm going to teach you how to live in alignment to your soul's blueprints, because it's honestly unique to you. And the only way is if you take aligned actions. And you have to figure out subjectively what those parts mean to you. And so when you feel that frequency and when you can get in touch with that, you will start to see things just start to flow much more organically and much more easily for you. So if I missed any of your questions or anything like that, I'm going to be on the chat for the next 30 minutes. So if you have any last minute questions you have for me, please don't be afraid to comment there. And otherwise, then I'll see you guys all very soon. So this is Leimomi Keliikuli, Intuitive Soul Alignment Coach here, and I am so honored that you came to watch me. And then I hope that you will be in my new program. All right. Have a beautiful day. Aloha.